The study of God is a tremendous task. It's a worthy endeavor, though. One thing that we find truly remarkable about God is the love that He has, right? The Bible says that God is love. But studying God doesn't just stop with God's love. Actually, when you study the Bible, it can kind of lead to some uncomfortable things about God. And one of those things is that not only is God love, but God hates too. The Bible even says that Jesus hates. In Revelation chapter 2, Jesus says, and Jesus is there, he's speaking to a church in a city named Ephesus, and Jesus is coming, he's admonishing them, talking about some things that they really need to change in the church there. But then Jesus comes and he says, but there's one thing that you're doing that I like. There's one thing that you're doing that I find commendable, and it's this. You hate the deeds of the Nicolaitans. And then Jesus says, which I also hate. Now, the Nicolaitans, what is that? Or who are they? Well, when you look at that word Nicolaitans, it's a compound Greek word, Niko, which is actually where we get the word Nike from. And Nike means to conquer, and then Laitans. Laitans means the laity. And so Nicolaitans, or those who would conquer the laity. And so the idea is the Nicolaitans are those who would stand between people and God. And so Jesus was saying, I hate the Nicolaitans' practice of seeking to stand between people and God. Well, why would Jesus hate that? Because Jesus shed his blood on the cross so that the Holy of Holies, or the place where God is, could actually be open to every single person who believes in Jesus. And so the Bible says now, when we do believe, we actually become God's children. And so Jesus says, I hate anything that would try to get between you and me. And that's what the Nicolaitans were doing. They sought to conquer the laity, or the idea is stand between people and God. And so Jesus says, I hate that. And I got to say, as a parent, I understand that. I have two sons, and I can't imagine somebody coming and telling one of my sons, hey, listen, your father's a little tired right now. If you want to communicate with him, you got to go through me, and well, then I'll get the information to him eventually. I can't imagine somebody coming and getting between me and my sons and me not responding in that way. Like I hate that when people try to do that. And listen, God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. He never changes. And so, well, what does Jesus hate? He hates anything that stands in the way of our fellowship with Him. He has given us full access to Him through His death, burial, and resurrection. And so, let's not let anyone or anything get in the way of our relationship with Jesus Christ.